Hello, callers. Welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on the latest developing stories. We start with Vitor Roque with this shocking report claiming that the price tag for the player have reportedly gone up, as it has been reported now that Barca and Atletico Paranaense have agreed that the Blaugrana will now pay 30 million plus 31 million euro in variables for the 18-year-old Whiskey. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Secondly, talking about this other report claiming that four injured Barcelona players are closing in on recovery ahead of pre-season tour. We are also going to be discussing on that. So guys, as we get right into the full stories, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Barcelona might have missed out on Arda Güler to arch rivals Real Madrid this summer, but they remain the firm favorites to complete the capture of another star talent in Vitor Roque. Fabrizio Romano had given his "here we go" on Roque's potential move to Camp Nou earlier, and it seems only a matter of time before the club complete the acquisition. There have been a few complications along the way, however, but Barca remain confident of sealing this deal. According to a report from Diario Sport, Barcelona and Atletico Paranaense have even agreed on the final parameters of Vitor Roque's deal, which could now end up seeing Barca pay up 61 million euro grand total, making the youngster the biggest sale ever for the Brazilian outfit. The terms of the new agreement will see Barcelona pay 30 million euros as fixed fee, which is 5 million euros less than what was earlier reported. However, in order to make up for it, the Catalans have inserted a series of add-ons, the value of which could reach up to 31 million euros. The add-ons would depend on the individual performances of Vitor Roque, as well as the collective performances of the team during the course of the player's time at the club. Speaking of the player, Vitor Roque will sign a 6-year contract with Barcelona with an option to extend it for a further year. The length of the contract underlines the faith Barcelona have in the player, who is likely to be considered as the long-term replacement for a certain Robert Lewandowski. The Blaugrana, though, are still facing a few hurdles when it comes to registering Vitor Roque. Reports suggest the forward could join the club in 2024, as there is simply not enough space in the club's salary mass right now. However, if Barcelona can find enough salary margin, the youngster may even end up joining the team this summer. A lot will now depend on how successful Barca's strategy works out. As far as the transfer is concerned, there are no issues foreseen and an announcement could be imminent. Of course, an announcement could be made official soon. Of course, there were earlier reports claiming how Vitor Roque's arrival to Barca had some complications, as Barcelona haven't sent the official documents to Atletico Paranaense for final signatures, and there were reports claiming how the Brazilian outfit have given an ultimatum, saying that Barca have 24 hours to send those complete files, or else they will sell Vitor Roque to either Chelsea or Manchester United or Paris Saint-Germain, who are also showing strong interest. But even though those reports have all proven to be lies, Barca have still swiftly acted on that, and they did send it earlier today according to new reports. They have sent the documents to Brazil for the club to finalize their own signatures so that the deal can be totally complete. And now I'm really baffled, honestly, that the total package is worth 61 million. Because majority of the time in the past we have been talking about this deal worth a grand total of 45 million. That is 35 million in fixed payments plus 10 million euros in variables or add-ons, whatever you can call it. So honestly, I don't know what happened, but normally they were saying that the Barca and Atletico Paranaense were still negotiating on something, especially on the add-ons section. and which have really greatly altered the initial agreement, which was 45. Now it's a total of 61, which is a really, really huge amount of money, which means Barca have really sacrificed a lot in order to get this guy, which means that Barca is do or die for Vitor Roque, because we have seen other targets, right? That Barca will not even pay 15 million. They'll say it's too much. Let's take, for example, players like Aurel Romeo of Girona, the defensive midfielder that Barca want to sign. He's currently rated at just 8 million euros, but Barca don't want to pay the full sum. They don't want to pay the full sum, but Girona are insisting that they must pay that, or else they won't sign in. To the extent where Barca will even be proposing a player exchange in the deal so that they can further reduce the amount. But Girona is still not open to that idea. So you can see that for Vitor Roque, a deal worth 61, but Barca are okay and they want to complete the deal soon. It tells you that Barca are hell-bent on getting Vitor Roque come rain, come sun. But now his registration issues will be a big problem. I still don't understand why Barca will buy somebody and they won't be able to register him, and to the level where they want to keep him at the club till next year. It's quite embarrassing, honestly. We understand the situation that the club is currently going through, but it sounds a type. A club of Barca's caliber signing a player, but they can't play the player all because of registration. But let's see how if things can change. But they're saying that there's still a possibility that he can be signed this summer. It all depends on the player sales operation. Then moving on to the final story of discussion. According to reports from Mundo Deportivo, all four of Barcelona's injured players are close to return to fitness. The aforementioned list includes Alejandro Balde, Pedri Gonzalez, Ronald Araujo, and new signing Inigo Martinez. The most serious of the four cases was that of Barca's breakthrough left back, who enjoyed a stunning campaign last season. Balde suffered a traumatic rupture of the left collateral ligament of the right ankle in the penultimate league game and was expected to be out of at least 6 weeks. You know, it appears that the setback has not weakened the La Masia prodigy's drive to succeed, for he has cut short his vacations to boost recovery. The Golden Boy nominee has been training at Twitter Deportivas Juan Gampa all week and is pushing for a return for pre-season. The other player to be working at the club facilities is Inigo Martinez. The Spanish defender signing was announced only this week, and of course, he is wasting any time in returning to complete fitness. After all, he has been out of action since he suffered a severe triceps injury in mid-April. The injuries of Pedri and Araujo, meanwhile, were relatively minor. They did not participate in Barca's final games of the season once the title was wrapped up, presumably to enable a complete recovery following premature returns to the team. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.